Hey, how's it going out there? This is Two Birds, One Show. I'm DeeTer. That's my buddy Rick.
Yo.
And we got a guest tonight. Mike, is it, right?
Yes,
nice
sir.
to meet you, Mike.
Yo,
Welcome to the show.
Thank you guys for having me.
Good to have you, brother.
Anybody new watching the show, we talk about sports and craft beer. And what we usually do, we'll get into our first beer, talk about that, diving into some sports, get to our second beer, and then into some more sports. So let's go around the table here. And
well, guest always goes first. What are you drinking, Mike? And if anybody's watching, please chime in whatever you're drinking, smoking, partaking in. If it's grandpa's old cough medicine, whatever it is.
All right, let's see. I popped over here a Chimay Grand Reserve.
Nice.
In honor of the, I guess my theme for the night as far as international beers goes. So
very cool.
See, I got my Bellagio glass that I got this summer.
Nice.
That's fancy. This guy's fancy. Good pickup, Ricky. Good pickup.
I told DeeTer before we came on, I said, Mike knows his fucking beers, man. I said he knows his beers.
I just know what I like. That's about it.
Which Chimay is that?
So it's Chimay Blue.
Nice. And what's the ABV like on that? About 8-9%?
That's a 9%er.
Nice. That's a beast.
Yep. Nice brown color, nice head, great nose.
I know me and Ricky, we drank plenty of them at what was it, Carolina Blue? Used to have it on tap
back in the day. Shout out to Carolina Blue. Hey,
Good
real
spot.
quick, and not to sound naive, I'm sure I've had the Chimay Blue in the past, but what is that? Like a double?
I think so. They don't call it that, but I mean it's certainly a brown ale. It would fall right into that universe for me.
Nice.
I don't know if they make a double per se. They make a brand. Well, I guess they call it a Brune. But yeah, I mean, it certainly tastes like a double to me for what it's worth.
Nice.
If anybody doesn't know, Chimay, they have the different color labels, right? They got blue, red, and any other labels with
gold.
I wanted to say gold.
Drank some gold.
Yeah.
That was so I'll be honest, that's probably my introduction into craft beer was actually Belgians and particularly Chimay. I was on a big Chimay kick for a long time early on. I was not an IPA fan at all. Hated IPAs. Used to drink a ton of Chimays when we used to hang out at Warren's. From Westville Liquor, I would always get some Chimay and, drink them. And I loved them. Like you said, Carolina Blue.
Yeah. I remember Carolina Blue. We always used to get it there, man.
It was like a must. And then I remember my buddy Dahmer, we hung out one day up in Philly in the summer for barbecue, and all they had was IPAs. So I drank them all day. And then the switch kind of me. I was like, I wanted to taste of that again. It was fucking banging. Wow. And then,
the lover of Lagunitas IPA, man.
Shout out to Dahmer, dude. The kid.
Lagunitas IPA all the time.
Dude, he's got the most Lagunitas IPA check-ins probably out there. Shout out to the kid.
Dom's awesome.
He is the man. He is the man.
All right, I'll jump on. I got a little Willow year-round. Nice little 7%er. And I've been liking everything that Little Willow has been putting out, man. This is like the third or fourth beer I picked up by them. And
from Bobcat?
Yeah, Bobcat usually gets it. Nice body, a little bit of a head, but
I just picked one of them up today.
Which one'd you grab?
I actually put together a 4-pack of different Willows that our buddy had.
Who's that, Rod?
Yeah.
Nice. Shout out to Raj. What does Bonnie say?
Bonnie, hi guys. Sue stayed up for the show. Great win, Phillies. Hi to the Beer Whisperer. That's cool.
Mike, Bonnie and Sue. I think you taught their peeps. Well, shout out to Bonnie too. Sue, I can't believe you made it awake. It's probably because you didn't stop in my bar today and get drinks made by me. Because I was out because I threw my back out, so I missed work the last 2 days. So so they didn't see me. But that's shout out, glad she made it. So before I talk too much, I'm going on with a brewery I don't usually go with. It's from Treehouse. It's called Circle of Life.
That's a new one.
It's a new one. I've never had this one from Treehouse. She's a beaut.
Oh wow, look at that nice light color to it.
Like that milky yellow kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, the nose is fantastic on this beer. I mean,
what was the name of it?
Circle of Life.
A Circle of Life. Okay.
Yeah, it's about 8% haze.
They just had a video out. Jeff was telling me they're starting up non-alcohol beverages or something like that. A lot of breweries are doing that. I don't know why, but how's that beer?
Listen, that's it's amazing. This is. I hope this becomes part of the regular rotation. This is fucking amazing. Yeah. This is a 4.85 for me on Untapped. Easy. It's. I wish I had more of these. This is fucking outstanding. Definitely getting some Galaxy. I'm getting a lot of guava on there. Maybe some overripe pineapple.
So, they always come out with new beers, and it's always so tough because their traditional style, like the old beers that they started out with, are so good. Julia's, Green, Haze. I mean, like, it's hard not to pick them and go with the newer beers that they got. But I'll tell you, man, they're always solid. The Juice Projects, the Fern series, like they make some really good beer, man. I can't wait for them to open up that place in Saratoga Falls or whatever up north New York. That's gonna be awesome. What,
like 7 or 8 brewery satellites now, right? Something like that.
That many?
I think
it was like 5 or 6 or something.
Yeah, I was watching one of Nate's video, the guy who started Treehouse the other day, and he brought it up, and I think they're up to like 7. But I don't quote me, but I think so. There's a bunch now. But shout out to them. For my money, they're the best brewery in the world. I am a loyalist to that brewery, and it's because their beer just is consistently fucking amazing.
Nice. Right on. So me and Ricky are wearing some pretty cool shirts. This is the BGSE Network. He's rocking the Two Birds One Show. If you go onto the YouTube channel, BGSE Network, there's a shop. You can buy the merchandise on there. Just for the people out there watching, the millions and millions.
Well, yeah, I think we just surpassed 17 million viewers, and most of them, are
crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
who knew that many people liked beer and
or even liked me? You know what I mean? I'm like, geez, really? I'm like, if I can get 3 or 4 people to like me.
Let's dive into some sports, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, how can we not jump into that amazing fucking Phillies game tonight?
Let's hit that up. Man, that was pretty cool, man.
That place was dead. Dead. Yeah. It was dead as a doornail all night, and then fucking Brandon Marsh steps up with a monster home run. When all said and done, if they win the whole fucking thing, it's going to be games like tonight. You're going to look back on. Think about it. The Braves were 55-0 against the Phillies since 2014. When they had 4 or more run lead after the 7th inning. 55-0. This Phillies team is special, man. I don't care. Listen, everybody's like, they suck. The second half of the year, they suck. Listen, there's something special going on with this team.
So up and down right now, though, man. So up and down. Like that last game, they lost, what was it, 10-0?
Right, but that's because you had Taiwan Walker out there, and he's a team morale killer. Think about the 4 games before that. You beat a red-hot Houston team that came in red-hot. You beat them the first 2 games, and once against Verlander. 2 games before that, you beat KC in KC, who's a really good fucking team. So they won 4 in a row. So, they had a clunker. That's baseball.
Hey, man, they still took 2 out of the Astros.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. So, look, you took 2 out of 3 against a red-hot Astros division-leading team.
Yeah. So how we feel about the Braves series, getting the 1 win?
Well,
think we're going to take?
Good start.
Yeah. Mike, you a Phillies fan? You watch?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I when I started watching this game tonight, though, I mean, I think like a lot of people, I was like, all right, they're cooked. They're riding this.
I did think that.
Third after Walker's start, and I mean, but like you said, I feel like even going into last season, I mean, this team is so good, but the inconsistency kind of like as a Philly fan, you just kind of get scared off by, you're like, they're going to shit the bed again. That it's going to be the same old thing. If they can find that little spark going into later in mid-September, I think I agree with Rick. I mean, they got some special players on this team. If they all step up and everybody's clicking.
The past couple of years, man, Red October, man. October, we've been pretty good going into the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like,
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, yeah, I mean, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, to piggyback Mike's point, he does make a good point. They are at times inconsistent, and sometimes you can almost feel it, like tonight, like Mike said, like I'm just kind of like a turd. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, they're going to fucking lose this game.
Yeah, I thought it too, man.
But and then it's like the 55-0 in the last 10 years against Bill, and then they find a way. It's just like, and then as bad as it got sometimes this year, and I say as bad as it got. It's really not that bad. They still maintain one of the top 2 or 3 records in all of baseball. So you went through all that. You went through the minefield, the muck, and the dog days of summer. And you came out the other end. And listen, you're still a top 3 team in baseball. And, like you said, Mike, you catch fire. You get a little hot at the end of September there. I mean, you could ride that like a hot goalie in the NHL finals,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they got the wins, man. They're sitting up 79 wins. I think the Braves are at 73. So they got a ways to go, man. We're sitting pretty.
It's by far not even close to over. I mean, we still have a fist fight in a phone booth left to go. I mean, listen, the September is the hardest of all months, and it's a lot of games left. But I like the way they look after kind of getting dragged through the mud for a while and hitting the tough part of the season, and to still be standing and fighting. Something to be said about that.
This game today, man, with Marsh hitting a home run and Cassiano doing really good hitting. They're names that we haven't heard in a while. You know what I mean? And they're starting to pick it up, man. And then that's awesome. You know what I mean? When other guys go down, it's nice to see other guys step it up. Yeah, like you said, inconsistency. Yeah, I mean, like they're all not like firing all cylinders, but here and there, man. As a team as a whole, it's nice to see them play good.
Well, the thing I really like about this team, and I've said to a few people, is when it got really hard and times were dark, and a lot of people were burying them, talking shit on them. The one thing you didn't see this Phillies team do is throw each other under the bus. I mean, they all took each other's back, and there was no dissension. I mean, that's a character team right there. That's a team with leaders that nobody was blaming anybody. Nobody's talking shit and putting somebody under the bus. They all stuck together and said, it's baseball, it's a long season. We're going to get each other's back, and that's the sign of a champion.
They all say like how great of a team it is, man. They all like playing with each other, and that's a rarity. You know what I mean? Like, usually you have a few people that stick out that are the leaders of the pack, or a little bit showboating here and there. Nah, man, they're across the board, all like pretty even kill. There's not one that's like, hey, I'm gonna run show or whatever, man. Because Bryce, yeah, man, he embodies Philly, awesome. He's a really good dude, but he hasn't been producing as good as usual. And it's nice to see like the other players playing pretty good. He's not like, I don't know. He's not like pissed off at losing and such. Like, he gets a little fired up, but I feel across the board, man, they're all pretty much the same level.
They pick each other up. I mean, one guy's not producing, somebody else steps up. Like you said, Marsh was the guy tonight, and for a little while there, it was Trey Turner for about a 10-game stretch. I think didn't he get like Player of the Week a week or two ago? So I mean, and Schwarber, or Bryce got Player of the Month 2 months in a row. It's always somebody picking up the slack when somebody else goes out. And by the way, great news, they did pull Taijuan Walker out of the starting rotation. He won't start another game. Thank you, God. So we'll go in the bullpen for long relief, and I hope we never have to see him pitch another inning for the Phillies again.
Well, Rick, I think you said it. What was it? Yesterday, right? When he laid down that crap, the whole team fed off of his crapdom. I mean, 10-0. They didn't lose 10-7.
Right.
I feel like he just brings the whole vibe down of the team. Like when he's on the list and he's starting, I think the whole team probably just like, well, shit, let's chalk this one up to a loss. At least that's how they seem to play. I mean, I don't know if they really think that literally, but but that it seems to be the effect, the Taiwan effect. It's not good.
I think it's a great point. I think it's a morale killer. I think when he comes out there in the first 2 or 3 innings, you're already down 5-0. The team just gets deflated, and they're like, "Fuck this, man." They're like, "Let's just get this game over with and get away from this guy." And you're right. I think he's a morale killer. I mean,
but tonight 4-0, and look what we do. Right?
Yeah, true. Good point.
I like Sanchez is on the mound. He battles,
Yeah.
I don't.
I think they believe in him.
But I mean, he was throwing some nice pitches.
Yeah, I like Sanchez. I'm a big Christopher Sanchez guy. I always have been. I think we're lucky to have him as a fourth starter. And I think with Ranger coming back, I think you're going to see over the next few weeks to months or so, I think the calming effect he seems not only in the games but on this team. He's very cool, calm, and collected. And I think you're going to see this kid win a lot of games over the next 2 months.
Yeah, it was neat to see Embiid at the game the other night. He was taking
that was
video.
Awesome. That was awesome. That was the game that Bryce had the walk-off hit.
Yeah, that was so cool, man.
I love seeing this.
I love seeing the
players on the team supporting.
Yeah, supporting. That's awesome. It's neat to see like the players hitting the drum at the Union soccer games. It's neat to see like different players from other teams hitting the bell at the Sixers game or throwing pitches out at the Phillies game. There's a whole community, man. Philadelphia loves sports. It's a sport city, dude. It does not matter what sport you're playing. We will definitely back you up.
We live and die sports here. That's what people don't understand. They're like, Philly fans are the worst. Nah, actually, we're not the fucking worst. We're the best. The problem is it's not a problem, but we live and die. If the Eagles lose a game, I'm pissed off that whole week.
Right.
But if they win a game, I'm in a great mood. It literally is ingrained into the fabric of our community. I mean, the Philly sports, we take it seriously because we love it.
Well, the Phillies, when they had that slump where they were losing for like a whole month, I was down, dude. I was like, man, why the hell am I so fucking down? And I'm like, oh, it's because the Phillies have been losing. I know they had like the best winning record, but just seeing your team lose and lose, it just
that was like the Eagles last year after they started 7-1, then had that slump. I was in a bad mood underlying for like 2 months, man, and it hung with me after the season. I was cranky as fuck.
Yeah, Philly's all about sports, man. I mean, that's all we got, dude. Like that's what like builds us up, and it builds up the camaraderie. Gets everybody together. You can have a bad day, man, but you see the Eagles win with your buddies, you're like, oh man, this is awesome.
It's pretty cool too. I mean, again, I don't know, DeeTer, Rick told you I was doing some travel in the summer. I did an Eagles cheer with a dude in Greenland.
Nice.
Wow.
Like he had on the Eagles hat, and I didn't for whatever reason, I guess because it was colder weather. I don't know. I didn't pack any Phillies or Eagles or any Philly sports stuff. But this dude's walking around with an Eagles hat. His wife had on like a Eagles bomber jacket, and I just started with the E. And he looks over, kind of like surprised, and then he finished it with me. But I was like, "How freaking cool!" An Eagles cheer in Greenland. We're in Greenland.
That's amazing, man. That's so
nobody
cool.
travels like Philly fans. That leads me into the thing. I'd love to hear. I know you've had a lot of travels over the summer. I see you on Untapped and on Facebook and stuff. And you seem like you've had a lot of travels, trying a lot of different beers. I mean, if you want to talk about, because I feel like I'm in here talking about IPAs all the time. I mean, it's cool to hear about different beers from around the world that we don't see. Do you have anything that really was like, wow, this is amazing, or this is so different? Or
well, how about Greenland? Was there anything that popped out in Greenland? Like,
it's interesting. I'm a lot of places, and I don't know. I guess we're all a little bit beer snobs. We get used to what we like here. We have some of the best. And I'm an IPA guy, so when it comes to IPAs, we get some of the, the best bangers in the world. At least I think IPA wise. A lot of places are disappointing. It's a lot more lager based beers, and I like me a lager beer here and there.
Right.
But like Greenland, it was simple. There was only a couple local beers that I could get. I was in
Any
Iceland.
Eisenbachs, any type of beers like that, like the higher ABV lager type of things?
I didn't come across any.
Oh wow!
But I did spend a week in Belgium.
Mhm.
You want to talk about freaking beer mecca?
Nice.
I was going to say I drank every day there, but I drink every day everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I love Monks. Monks are a Philly, man. That's a great Belgian bar.
DeeTer, I can't wait to go back. I've been going to Monks for years, and I'll get a Pliny, I'll get a Blind Pig. I kind of maybe some Hill Farmstead stuff.
Right.
I feel like I can't wait to go to Monks now and maybe make a little more sense of their menu, like all the Belgian stuff.
Right.
And once in a while, I would try a Belgian. I'd have no idea what I was drinking. Mm-hmm. Well, for a friggin' week, I was immersed, and I swear I don't know how many dozens of beers I had over the week. I didn't have the same one twice almost. I mean, there's just so many different beers that were available. The Westvleteren 12, it's voted the best beer in the world.
Okay.
Being able to get that on tap. The little beer shops had it. I think I had 3 of them in a day, and I don't know if Rick saw that on Untapped. I was like, yeah, I got a dragon between my legs. I had 3 of the best beers in the world in one day. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, in Belgium, it was incredible. Just the Belgians don't like to be characterized. They don't like to be compartmentalized. Like, oh, this is an IPA. No. This is a Doppelbock. This is
Okay.
I mean, they have triples and doubles and quads. I fell in love with triples. I'll tell you what. I had so many damn different triples, and one was better.
I would say Belgium-wise, triple is my favorite. That I do love some. Triples.
Which one?
I said Belgian beers. I do like triples. Like what's a Golden Monkey? That's a Belgian triple. What's a Six Glass? They have a good Belgian triple, I think. But yeah, it's a more higher ABV, and most of the times when you get a Belgian beer, you think like dark Belgium candy wise, you know what I mean? But the triple is like a lighter beer, like an IPA, but it's just a higher ABV. It has that little bit of sweetness, maybe a little bit of tartness at the back end too. Which it's fantastic. Yeah, I do like Belgian beers. Now Cantillon, right? That's Belgium brewery out there, right?
It is.
You hit that?
Rick, I think I even said to you, I think it was the most expensive beer I've ever bought in my life.
You did.
It was like a 16.9 bottle, and so I'm going to say I discovered it. It's a style called a Kriek. Kriek.
Cherry.
A little bit of phlegm you got to work up. But it's like a cherry beer,
Yeah,
and
cherry.
I'll be honest. I'm not a Mad Elf guy. If you ask me, do I like cherry beers? I'd say no. I don't see what the big deal is.
Oh, dude, I love Mad Elf.
These beers hit it just right. They're like not sweet. They're not overly like you get that cough medicine cherry flavor sometimes.
Spellbound does a really good cherry triple too, man. They got a good one that's like Mad Elf.
Yeah. And a lot of the Krieks are lighter ABV wise. So my wife fell in love with them. She was drinking them a lot. But anyway, so Cantillon had a I don't even know if it was a Kriek, but it might have been a goose or a lambic or something. And I'm like, well, I got to try it. Like the name precedes itself. Like, oh, and it was like 24 euros for a 16.9 bottle, whatever that is in metric. And it was tart as shit. Like, I'm not a big sour guy, but it was like drinking, fruited vinegar. I was just like, nah, I just threw money in the trash can, but I had one. I got to check one in on Untapped. So I guess there you go.
Yeah. That's cool. I was at Monks, and I brought my brother there, and he was at the time he was just getting into like craft beer, just like IPA. Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? But we were over at Yards Beer Festival. We left Yards, and I was like, well, while we're over here, you got to go to Monks. Monks is one of the best. So we were there. We're eating massive frites. We had a Thai green cherry curry mussels, which if you go to Monk's, please get that because that is so good. I love Thai green curry. Can't even talk. But so they had an anniversary beer with Cantillon, and I'm like, you gotta do it, man. You have to do it. Like how often are you gonna have this chance? So we get the bottle, and it's a lambic. It's a very sour, kind of a little bit of champagne-y taste, but a very tartness to it. And I'm loving it, dude. I'm happy as a pig in shit, if you would. You know what I mean? I'm so happy, and like this is like amazing. And my brother's like, "What is this?" He's like, "What are you doing, dude?" I'm like, "What? You don't like?" But yeah, he's just getting into it. You know what I mean? And sours and lambics, that's like you have to be around the beer world a little bit to appreciate, I guess, that style.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it was Roy Pitts. Remember Roy Pitts?
I remember Roy Pitts Barrel House. Yes, I do. Remember they did the beer with Jake Elliott?
Yeah.
I was actually there, but I think when they released it.
Yeah, him kicking the ball on the barrel. That was pretty neat.
I had one of the worst things I ever put in my mouth. I drank at Roy Pitts. I was getting a flight, and I was trying to fill it out. I said to the bartender, what should I get for the last one? Oh, I love this one. Get this one. Oh, okay, great. It was like baby vomit and like camel taint mixed together.
Oh god.
It was literally
that's a
the
really
worst
good
thing I've
description
ever had in my life. And she loved it.
What style was it?
It was a sour, because if I remember right, they kind of specialized in sours. They had
and a big barrel program.
My buddy John, he won a contest for brewing, home brewing for them, and then they produce his beer. Yeah, John is part of the South Jersey Fermentation Club.
Shout out to John.
Yeah,
great
they used to be called Barley Legal back in the day, but now they're South Jersey Fermentation Club. Very more politically correct, I guess.
Yeah. But I will say this: down in Asheville, Wicked Weed has a spot called the Funkatorium.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And I actually found a bunch of I think they were sours, mostly sours there that were pretty good. I felt like they probably rounded the edges a little bit, so I was able to enjoy them.
Okay.
But typically,
I used to like a couple of their IPAs they made, but then they got bought out by I think like a big brewery.
Yeah, they sold their soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got a little second here. Let's do some promotions. Bubby Energy Drink promo code Big Game. Hit the QR code if you're interested in picking up any energy drinks. And then another one here, Puff Sip Chat. If you're into cigars, hit that QR code. And again, promo code Big Game. There we go. Promos
Real
are
quick,
done,
too,
guys.
we always shout out when we change beers and go to a new beer. Classic, we were talking about earlier, just go with the classics.
Very nice.
Treehouse Haze, 8.2%. Beauty.
Nice. Oh, man, I love Haze, dude. I'm so jealous right now.
It's an American legend in the beer world. Nice. I love it every time.
Can you imagine if we lived 45 minutes to an hour from a treehouse spot?
Dude, it would be out of control. I would be 60 pounds more than I am now.
Yeah. I remember going to Tired Hands, which is a great brewery in the Philadelphia area. And I'm getting my case. Everybody's lined up for the new beer that whatever came out. I don't know, Double Dry Hop, Alien Church, or Grass Band, something good, Line out the door. Everybody's like waiting for beers, get a case. And I see this old guy sitting on a stool, just drinking beer. He's like, "Yeah, man, I live a couple blocks down. It's really nice." I'm like, "You son of a bitch, man!" He's like, "I'm like, God damn, dude, I would fucking kill somebody to live a couple blocks down from Tired Hands, dude." Oh my god, dude. I mean, the epitome, man. Great food at the Fermentarium. You had the Brew Cafe too. Brew Cafe is awesome.
Yeah.
Like the Tired Hands is really nice, and they haven't been like really putting out so much new stuff here and there, but their beer is so good, dude.
I agree. I'm a huge Tired Hands fan. I am I really am. I haven't had much bad stuff from them over the many years, and I'm a huge supporter of that brewery.
The dude was just chilling at the bar, watching everybody line up to get cases, and I was just sitting there drinking. I'm like, God damn, you lucky bastard, you.
And he knew it. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was like, yep, that's right, motherfucker. Probably set his blunt down for a second, like, go over here, boy. Let's take home.
Oh, God, man. So if you're just joining the show, we talk about craft beer and sports. We'll dive into you got your second beer there, Ricky? What you got?
Yeah, second one at 2 double IPAs to start the night within a half an hour.
Yeah.
DeeTer, and Mike, it's the weirdest thing. And I see Bonnie a good amount, and I always say to her, it's weird. I can sit and drink 4 or 5 double IPAs over a night. Not often, but I do. But usually that's about 4 hours, 5 hours. When I do this fucking podcast, man, I blast through double IPAs, like 4 of them in an hour, dude. I don't know what it is. Maybe we're having fun. It's good chit chat or whatever, but man.
But yeah, everybody I try to get on the show, guest wise, are like, man, it's just like hanging out with the guys and drinking beers, man. And that's what I love. That's the vibe of the show. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Yeah, there's no script or nothing, dude. Just talk sports and beer, man. That's it.
Well, that link I sent you a couple days ago, the shout out to the New Heights podcast, the Kelsey brothers. I was watching. They had Adam Sandler on the other day, and dude, it was such a cool watch. Now maybe it's like an hour, but dude, it went by in like a blink of an eye because it was so cool. It's like just hanging out, talking shit, having fun, telling old funny stories, and just cussing and drinking.
Well, what was it? The last show we had Dave Didinger on and my buddy Joe.
Yeah,
that hour flew by. I don't even think we asked Dave about his dad, Ray Didinger, which is a huge mistake on our part. You know what I mean? Like, we should totally ask him how he's doing, what's going on. Like, oh my God.
You texted me that the other day, and I was like, he's right. We didn't even bring it up. I'm like, dang, dude.
Dave is such a cool guy, and his job is awesome. Being a cameraman for sports. I was watching the Phillies game the other day, and they shot out, there's Dave Didinger on the camera. Oh, yeah, he was just on my podcast. I was like, yeah. I was like, that's awesome, man.
He's a cool cat, man. And what was his buddy? I'm sorry.
Joe.
Joe, sorry. Super cool cat, man. New as shit, dude. Fun hanging out with him and talking both of them. Man, they're welcome on the show anytime.
Flew by, man. I wanted to talk
over an hour, didn't we?
Just maybe a little bit, but I wanted to talk wrestling with Joe and everything. But it was just, man, once you get into it, that vibe is just like bam, 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 man. It's
so, Mike. I see you a lot, and I'd like to think I follow. You like whether it be Facebook or on tap, and you're a big sports fan, so you've seen to watch the whole gamut of sports. I know you're a big I think because your kids went to South Carolina and you went to Miami, so I see you follow a lot of their. You watch a lot of college.
Yeah, we got a big one Saturday, man, against the Gators.
This Saturday, game of the week, man, and Michigan starts. My squad, Michigan against Fresno State Saturday. Did you get a chance to watch that Untold? I texted you about on Netflix about Michigan.
The person I steal Netflix from not paying their bills. So
nice.
If
DeeTer, you too, if you get a chance on Netflix, they have this series called Untold. They did. Remember last year, everybody's getting on Michigan about the sign stealing thing. You didn't all last year dominated college football scene. The reason Harbaugh was suspended 2 games during the year, 3 games.
I'm thinking okay, yeah, right, okay, yeah.
So Netflix just released a special on it the other day, and it was fascinating. I was enthralled by. I couldn't turn it off. It was so good. If you get a chance, check it out. It's really cool. Right. And Mike's a University of Miami Hurricanes graduate, so I know he's a big college fan.
Nice. Shout out Canes, right?
Yeah. It was pretty cool, man. I got to see some my best story, I guess, is my senior year. They used to have the athletes in separate dorms, and my junior year they integrated them into the regular dorms.
Nice.
So the first year, a guy named James Burgess, not the famous football player one, and Earl Little, who was a defensive back for the Browns, I think, lived across the hall. But my senior year, Ray Lewis lived across the hall from me.
No way.
Wow.
So for a year now,
how was that?
We played Nintendo once because they needed an extra body, and they're like, "Yo, come on over, man." And he borrowed awesome. My iron. He borrowed my iron and ruined it. Yeah, my mom.
How'd he ruin it?
My mom sent me to college with an iron, which I never used. Right, I sat in the corner of the closet for the whole time. And he just asked if he could borrow, if we had an iron. I said, yeah, I got an iron. Maybe 2 weeks later, he brings it back. He goes, sorry, man, I ruined your iron. He was ironing a shirt with a decal, and it melted to the iron.
No way.
And I just looked up at him. I'm like, no problem, man. I'll use it anyway. Like, what are you gonna say? You're gonna get pissed off at Ray Lewis, right?
Yeah, like a 12-hour iron. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's that's funny.
He'd have murdered you. That's a joke, America. That's a joke. Just kidding. I don't want any hate mail. I'm just joking. It's a joke.
I was at a party, a campus party with Jose Canseco was there.
No way.
Drinking beers,
that's awesome, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
And the other, I guess my last one is I was on the same. I danced on the same dance floor as Vanilla Ice.
Nice.
So before Ice Baby hit, he was a nobody. We were at a club called Penrod's, which isn't there anymore. It was on South Beach. And here's this skinny white dude dancing. You know, he had the hair and the eyebrow shaving and thing. And to be an asshole, to like, because you might find this hard to believe, I'm not a good dancer. But
seriously?
I know it's shocking, but it's true. So he's out there dancing around, and I was with a group of friends, and I'm like, fuck this guy. So I went out and I started trying to like dance and do my shit, right? I was trying to like start a dance off, right?
Yes.
And he just looked at me.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
No kidding. When he started dancing, it was like a movie. People like made a circle around him.
No way. This is the greatest story of all time on this show.
Oh, damn, dude.
It was. But wait. So we had no idea. We just thought he was whoever.
Did you win the dance-off question?
Yeah, right now.
No, I thought
but
maybe.
A couple months later, we see this guy in a music video, Ice Baby. We're like, because he's like, Miami's on the scene. We're like, that's the dude from Penrod's. Holy shit.
Yes.
I danced off with that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so good, dude. That's amazing.
That's probably, if not the best story that's ever been on this show. Yeah. One of the best. That is fucking amazing. I gotta say too, couple of my D-Town cats we grew up with around here. I don't know if they remember the time. I don't know if it was Southwood Bar or was that fucking bar in Westville we used to always play pool at right before you got to the tower. Hot Shots,
yeah.
Vanilla Ice played there. Shout out to Amy and Terry. If any of you guys are watching, all my Deptford cats. Yeah, it's when his career was over. Listen, God bless him. I'm Robbie Van Winkle. I love the cat. I'm a huge Vanilla Ice fan, kind of in a weird white guy way. But he came and played. It was either Southwood or Hot Shots.
Oh, man. Hot Shots was pretty bad, dude. If he was there,
I know, and we still, to this day, I'm like, I can't believe we saw Vanilla Ice at fucking Hot Shot or whatever, or Southwood.
Oh, that's funny, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, not two classy joints. They're not really
neither. And listen, I bet when we get off, if you look it up online, I'm going to. I forget which part, Terry. If you're watching, I was with him. Listen, and that's back in the days. I was having a lot of fun. I don't remember a whole lot of details from back then, but yeah, it was. Double perp.
Yeah, I picked up a second beer. I'll be hitting Trogs Sunday with a couple of friends of mine. But,
nice.
This is a double perpetual IPA. Very good, dude. And regular perpetual, awesome, but double perpetual, very good.
DeeTer, have you had
Nice.
one before this one?
Yeah.
The double?
Yeah. Is this your first one, or you've had it?
No, this is like second or third. I think this year though, it's pretty damn good though.
I'm looking for it. I would really like to try that beer because I'm a perpetual fan. And how would you describe it? How different is it from the normal one? Would you say?
Okay, this is what I would say. Do you like a Nimble Giant? Anybody Nimble Giant? Nimble Giant's pretty good.
Troves.
I would say this is a dial down from Nimble Giant, but a dial up from Perpetual. So it's a nice little sweet spot.
All right.
This is 9.5.
Oh shit!
But it's not really as hoppy as Nimble Giant comes off of. You know what I mean? Like Nimble Giant, I love Nimble Giant. That's one of my favorite beers of the summertime. When that comes out, I always look for it. This is a little bit more mild, and for 9.5, very smooth. But Perpetual
and by the way,
is
Mike,
very good beer.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Mike, by the way, you're just meeting DeeTer for the first time. Grow with this cat since we're me, Han, a tall dog, love him to death. But this kid puts away fucking double and triple IPAs like it's his fucking job. He's like, yeah, I like the triples. Fucking 9 fucking 10%ers later. I'm like, how do you do it, dude?
Yeah. Well, for everybody watching out there, a website, brewsinNJ.com, and my Instagram, Brews in New Jersey. And it's pretty nice that I got those two things. Yeah.
And Mike,
a couple of followers.
Much respect to you too. I follow your beer game, talent, recognized talent. Man, sometimes I'll watch on your own tab. I'm like, this kid can put fucking beers away. You know what I mean? So much respect. It ain't a pussy game you're playing over there.
Let me ask you a question. When y'all tailgate, are you hanging with guys that are, dropping Miller Lights and fucking ultras and shit, and you're drinking 7-8% IPA, and then they got the balls to say, like, hey, catch up, dude. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm drinking 2 for 1 of what you're drinking right now.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. At tailgates, I do switch to the old school. I'll do, because I know I'm going to be drinking 17 Keystone Lights. Because Mike, when I drink, regardless of the ABV, I'm drinking at the same rate. And too many times I've gone out and I'm like, I'm 7 deep now in double IPAs, and I'm fucking blasted, and I'm getting wrecked dog shit. So yeah, I usually will switch over to the Keystone or the Coors or whatever's around.
Tried, dude, I can't. I don't know. I'd rather not even drink.
My tailgate beer or my drop down domestic beer would be Coors Original, which is like a 5%er. And Coors Original, it still has a nice little body to it. It's not light beer. So at 5%, I'm good with Coors Original. But of course, I'm going to have a few IPAs with that. Yeah.
See, I'll do some Fuegos. Like for me, a drop down beer is like a
6%er.
Right? I mean, that's
baby.
Than 8.5. So I figure I'm winning.
We got.
I feel like we're lucky to be in Fuego area. You know what I mean? Where it originates. That's such a great staple beer.
Yeah.
We got a new guest follower of the show or watcher. He say what's it, Joa? And he says Ola. Yeah, all right, Ola.
Hola, ¿cómo está, güey?
I wonder. I wonder if it's because I said Eagles going to Brazil. Maybe he's from Brazil or some Brazilian background. But yeah, man, I was not really too happy about this whole Eagles going to Brazil thing. But yeah, that's it, man. That's awesome, dude. Awesome.
Listen, did you see the
show? Very cool. Very cool.
Real quick, did you see today the interview with DeMonte and with AJ Brown and the rule set they gave to these guys when they're like, you can't leave your hotel with a phone in your hand. It was a whole list. They printed it today. And AJ's like, well, dude, I don't even want to leave my room. What is the NFL doing? Why are they sending us here? And they asked DeMonte, well, what's your thoughts? He's like, dude, no comment. So listen, NFL, whatever you're doing, bad fucking idea, dude. And number two, you're taking one of our fucking home games.
Yeah,
home game for us.
That's the worst part of it.
2 years in a row, we don't get 9 home games. When they start with the 9 home game things, they always fuck Philly.
They've been fucking Eagles for a few years now with the schedule, big time.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, they're
Always.
trying to broaden
Fuck you,
their
NFL. I hope you're watching. I know you are, Roger Goodell.
Stop. Calm it down, guys. Calm it down. Like they're trying to broaden, people watching
Bullshit.
football.
It's greed.
And I'm all about that. That's awesome.
Bullshit. Man. It's greed.
We got a longtime follower. Another comment. Ant was at the house Brewers earlier. Double elephant and double fuego. Great offering from
I brought in double dry hot fuego, and I got twin elephant, Nosh, Citra, and Matuer. Rick's pick of the week. Go check it out.
Ant's a good dude, man. I always like talking to Ant.
And listen, and DeeTer, and I know what you're saying, but the NFL's they're trying to spread. The NFL cares about the NFL. And if you have any delusions that it doesn't, they don't. It's about money for the NFL. The players hate this. And A.J. Brown and Devontae are like, fuck this, dude. We can't leave our hotel room. We can't. The fans can't wear green in fear they'll get shanked because it's a rival team. Are you kidding me? And you schedule 2 teams that wear green predominantly? Who was in charge of this? Should lose their job.
Dave Dittinger said it's not really that bad about
Dave Dittinger said he thanks God that he's not going down to it. He's
going there.
He's glad he's not going to it. That
he is working it. That's what he said.
I don't think he is. I'm going to go rewatch last week. I don't think he is, and I think he was happy.
He said he was. No, he said it's like a Cowboys wearing a Cowboys jersey to the Eagles. You know what I mean? It's a rivalry. But it's not gang related. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying gang related, but I'm saying you're going to get shanked behind it.
Wait a minute. We have a guy on the show commenting from Brazil. How bad is it to wear a green jersey at this Brazilian stadium?
Yeah, dude. If you're watching, please let us know. And don't sugarcoat it.
Oh, man, I love doing this podcast. It's such a blast.
Dude, it's behind the Kelsey and Joe Rogan podcast. We're number 3 in the world. So thank you for everybody that watches.
Oh, my God, dude. But, yeah. Double Perpetual IPA. Damn good. I can't wait to get there. Trogs Sunday, I think we're going. And we're all lined up to do another Trogs beer tour because Trogs beer tour is one of the best beer tours in the world because you get 2 beers in the tour. So they walk you to like the little bar behind the bar, like tour startup. And then they take you to which is called like their hop lab because they do a lot of like experimental hop stuff. And they give you a experimental hop beer. It's amazing. The tour is really good. It's really neat to hear the history of it. And the tour guys are awesome. So if you get a chance to go to Trogs, very cool.
What's that? Like Hershey?
Yeah, it's Hershey. All right, so we got a comment from a guy from Brazil. We got a live comment. Let's see. I don't know what you're talking about. I hope they're talking well about Brazil. Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Brazil's a lovely place, I'm sure.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah.
Met my third mistress there when I was 19. It's great.
The rumor is that the Brazilian stadium or whatever, they can't wear green jerseys.
Their rival wears green. And like somebody said, it's like the Eagles having a Cowboys fan in their stadium. I get it. But my big thing, though, NFL, if that's the case, why are you scheduling not one, but 2 teams that are predominantly green?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
That's bizarre.
Hey, we play the Browns in a few weeks. Schedule the fucking Browns against somebody else. Leave the Eagles at home. Stop stealing our fucking home games.
Who has a brown jersey? Nobody. You're totally safe with a brown jersey. Yeah, I mean, that's
Oh, by the way, go Browns this weekend or next weekend.
Well, all right.
Okay. They're playing the Dallas Cowturds. Jabbar, that's for you and all Dallas fans. You guys are
Yeah.
the worst people in the face of the earth next to Giants fans. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Ricky, my younger son, and I won't get into why, but my younger son's a Ravens fan.
What?
Respect.
It's a long story, but whatever. And he's away at school. He's down in South Carolina, but he's like, oh, Dad, Ravens at Giants December 15th. He's like, I think I might be home for that.
Nice.
And I'm like, cool. But in my head, I'm like, I don't want to fucking go to that stadium with those fucking assholes wearing purple, wearing my Ray Lewis jersey, right? I'm like,
shit,
man,
dude.
I don't want to deal with that, We take them to Baltimore every year for a game, or not every year, but when we can, we'll go to Baltimore for a game. I'm like, I don't want to go up to fucking North Jersey. And
are you going to the Eagles Baltimore this year down there?
Maybe.
Let me ask this. When you do go, do you rock your Eagles gear? How are they compared to us?
I'll tell you what. I don't think I've ever worn opposing fan gear down there. Like I'll wear my Ray Lewis with my Miami hat, so I kind of fit right in.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But they're cool fans.
Okay.
They're very cool fans. I've never seen anybody getting on any opposing fan.
Okay.
I gotta say too, Rick. I've told you. Actually, you met my buddy Scott up at the What's Brewing. He's a big Buffalo Bills fan.
Yep, I remember Scott.
I've been to more Buffalo Bills games than any other team because he would always bring a group of guys up every year. We'd go to a Bills game. If the Eagles went, we'd have a big group. Raiders, Ravens, Patriots, whoever. Jets.
Awesome.
The Bills fans are some nice ass people. I mean, in those tailgates, we've had guys with the opposing jerseys on, and you walk around and everything. And this was pre-Bills Mafia. The Bills Mafia didn't for a lot of when we would go up. But a lot of Canadians were there. They're super nice.
My buddy Tom, Giants fan from New York, went to Buffalo Bills, and he said, man, the tailgate's awesome there. He's like crazy. Wearing a Giants jersey, playing Giants first Bills. Yeah, he had no problem, man. He said it was a great time.
Yeah, they're good dudes.
I had the opposite. I remember, and shout out, I think you know him, DeeTer, my boy Brian, hippie Brian. You remember Brian, right? Long hair.
Yeah, I know Brian. Yeah.
Was in my wedding party. Me and him went up to an Eagles Giants game in New York, back the old Meadowlands, not the one now. And Brian, by the way, is a Giants fan. And yes, I wore all my Eagles gear purposely. And they weren't as bad as Eagles fans, but they definitely there was a couple times I was like, I think I might end up scrapping with somebody. Well, maybe they're not as bad as Eagles fans. No,
wait a minute.
I'm telling you the story how it went.
Don't you scrap with pretty much everybody everywhere you go, though? Like
no
concert? Well, no. Okay.
No.
All right. Okay.
I don't, but I'm very laid back, dude.
Yeah,
for the most part. But yes, when me and Brian went up there was a couple times, and it got pretty nasty a few times, and they're just they're akin to Eagles fans. People are like, oh, the Eagles fans are worse. Not really. I took a pretty good fucking ribbon up there. So, anyway, but it was fun, and I liked it. It was a good time. There was something else I wanted to say. I wanted to piggyback off someone's point, but I forgot because I smoked too much medical marijuana because I'm prescribed, motherfucker.
So, Ant said, go to Evergreen, heading over to Harrisburg.
Nice, Camp Hill.
Okay. And then our Brazilian watcher, he commented too. He said, to celebrate this love of Brazil feels for America. Repeat, Brazil, no. Oh, more.
We love Brazil on this show. I mean,
thank you for watching.
7/8 of our listeners are from Brazil.
Does that mean Brazil is better?
Yes.
Brazil is the best
of everything.
I think that's what that means.
I love Brazil. I'm to the point where I'm spelling it with an S.
Oh,
that's how ingrained I am now in Brazilian culture.
we get some like different people that come on this like comment. It's like, wow, I never
love
thought. You know, yeah, it's so neat, dude.
I will say to Jao, obrigado.
Cheers.
Oh, another thing, Mike, you were saying your boy's a Ravens fan. I want to shout out, and DeeTer, you've met him. He's one of your Navy compadres. Shout out to my boy Len, who's a big Ravens fan. I mean, the guy's Ravens head to toe all the time when I see him. Just shout out to Len. I know he watches the show. He's a big Ravens fan, too. That Ravens team is going to be really good this year. They added Derrick Henry to an already great squad that went to the AFC title game this past year. So watch out for the Ravens, man. That team's going to be tough.
Yeah, they're my AFC pick in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that a little bit. That's a tough team.
For my son, but I also think they got a shot.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
Talk about picks. Are we going to do picks of the division? Maybe.
Well, sorry, I didn't even realize we were an hour in. Well, I did what I did. I think I texted you guys. I picked who I thought would win all the divisions, and then plus the 4 wild card teams. So we're basically picking who's in the playoffs. We don't have to pick Super Bowl winners now. And then I also picked. Remember last year we said we'll pick 3 NFL games a week with spread
when
included.
the season starts,
Whoever wins the bet gets the bar tab at the end of the year. And
I want to get like a trophy made or a belt or something, dude, that we can pass to each
and
other.
last but not least, a bold prediction. It doesn't just have to be about the Eagles, but anybody wants to start? I wrote all mine down, so I'm ready whenever. Go ahead, Mikey.
You guys are more prepared than I am, so you guys go first.
What do you want to go? Division winners?
That's good. Yeah. Division winners. Yeah, I like that.
I got the Eagles winning the NFC East.
Of course.
I got the Packers in the North.
Wow.
Got the Falcons in the South. And the Niners in the West.
Nice. Mine match yours.
All right. Other side, AFC East, I got the Dolphins. North, I got the Ravens. South, I got the Texans. And Chiefs winning the AFC West.
And how about the AFC South?
I'm totally with you on that.
Oh, the South, Texans.
Okay. And do you have a bold prediction for the season? Not just Eagles, it's any bold prediction.
I do. And my bold prediction is the Jets are going to finish last in the AFC East.
Wow. That is a fucking major bold. That's the boldest prediction of all time.
They're going to battle the Patriots for the last spot, and the Jets are going to
finish. That's jeez.
That's crazy, man.
Rodgers is going to get hurt by week 4.
That's a ballsy pick.
That's almost like opposite of what I was thinking of my sleeper. But you go ahead, Ricky.
Really quick, Mike. I know it was later. Did you pick 3 games for this week with the spread included by any chance?
I did do that, Dan.
I did.
Shit. Well, Peter, that's the bet, so you better figure it out because you're going to be
paying the tab. One more week. Dude, we have one more week. We have another show Thursday, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's before the weekend. So
Mike, do you have your picks?
I do. I'm taking the Finns -3.5 at the Jags. I got the Vikings -1 at the Giants. I think the Giants are going to blow this year.
Nice.
And I'm taking Dallas +1.5 at the Browns.
Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good.
That'll be a loss just because you're an Eagles fan. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, I hope I'm wrong on that one, but
So, Mike, real quick before I call my picks, I want to show you the paper I wrote on just so people don't think, oh, I'm piggybacking off my. I picked exactly the same as what you did. NFC East, Eagles. NFC North, Lions. NFC South, Falcons. NFC West, Niners. AFC East, Dolphins.
The Packers, Rick, in the North, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but let me circle back to that. So, Dolphins, AFC East. Ravens, AFC North. Chiefs, AFC West. Texans, AFC South. Now, my wild cards, yes, I have the Packers as the wild cards, and we switched that. And then I have the
Lions wild card.
And I got the Cal Turds as the other wild card, losing as the first round because that's what they do. That's their modus operandi. AFC wild card, I have the Bengals and the Bills. And then my bold prediction of the year is Bryce Huff from the Jets that the Eagles signed to replace Hassan Reddick gets at least 15 sacks this year. Ooh. And and listen, it's probably going to be more like 16.5. That kid is a fucking beast. Peace. My picks this week, I'm taking the Bengals -9 to cover the 9. I like Miami to cover the 3. And I like New Orleans to cover the 4. I'm not taking any underdogs this week. So I got 3 teams, Bengals, Dolphins, and Saints all covering the spread.
I messed up. I didn't do the 3 picks because it's still preseason. I'm going to wait till next week. I'll do my 3 picks. Prediction-wise, yeah, I'm straight on with you guys in the AFC. Ravens, Texans, Chiefs. My wild card.
What about AFC East? What about the AFC East? You got the Dolphins?
East, yeah, Dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah. So my wild card is the Jets. And then that's like also my sleeper. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Rodgers might come back out swinging. You never know. You know, he might just come out and just like blow it all up.
Well, that's what most people think like you. That Mike's bold prediction, I think, is the boldest one I've heard in the country this year. And I watch every fucking sports show. That's a bold-ass balls prediction.
I just think the Jets are going to jet. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a great point. That is a great point.
It's a good point. It's a very good point. Solid. That's solid. So the NFC, though, I do steer a little different. Of course, East, Eagles, go Birds.
Go Birds.
North Lions, they have heart, man. They have heart.
They're a tough team. They're a tough team.
That's a tough team to beat.
Tough head coach.
South, I gotta go with the Bucks, man. Bucks, pretty good style team.
In back-to-back years, that's ballsy.
I like the Bucks, man. I do. Okay. I got family down in Florida, and Big Game James, Tampa guy.
Shout out to Big Game James.
I actually want them to do bad.
I know. I hate the fucking Buccaneers. They're the Cowboys of Florida. They're the Cowboys of Florida.
Yeah, they are.
They are, dude.
That's good, Rick. That's good.
I can't stand them. I can't. I loathe them. Yeah. I despise the Bucks. Any team not in the NFC is called the Giants or Dallas. The Bucks are next.
I love my family in Tampa. I love Big Game Jays, but God damn it, I hate the Bucks. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good. You have to respect them.
Last year.
Yeah. Wes, I'm going Rams because you know why?
Wow.
Because I hate the 49ers.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
My wild card is the Bears because the Bears, I feel
the Bears.
Yeah, they're going to creep up, man. They're going to creep up. They got a nice young quarterback, man. I think, they might do all right, man. That's
who's your other wild card? Actually, who's your other NFC wild card, and who's your second AFC wild card? I don't remember hearing that.
Oh yeah, I only picked one wild card. I did too. I hate homework. Don't make me do homework, dude. You know what I mean? Like, make me do homework. It's like, no, I'm a stubborn child. You know what I mean? Like, don't bring that to me.
The fuck I'm talking about, kid. Fuck the rules, fuck the system.
It's preseason. Let's just chill, dude. Chill. Let's
chill and enjoy preseason games.
Right.
Next week,
it's on. Next week, it's on, dude.
Yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong and Vince Vaughn playing ping pong.
What's going to happen? That's the hour. Mike, so happy to have you on the show.
Marijuana's kicking in with the
awesome job, man.
You guys I've been watching.
Mike, you're the man, dude. I hope you come on the show more.
Well, I'm honored that you asked me. I was waiting to come on. I'm glad you invited me. Thank you both so much.
You're a beer legend, and I say that with a lot of fucking respect. I don't look up to many people in the beer world. I don't, and not out of disrespect, just because I've been there, done that. But I do you, man. I respect your beer opinion and your beer game. And fucking mad props.
Well, Rick, since we're kissing asses here, Rick, thank you, buddy. No, seriously, the game you got in House of Brews for a lot of years, man. You bring a lot of killer beers to South Jersey so that guys like me can go and get drunk after work, and I appreciate that.
Much respect, kid.
Well, you're always welcome back,
now that
man.
We're done rim dumping everybody.
Have a free Thursday, let us know, man.
You're in, Mike.
Right on, brothers. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thursday night, 10 p.m., BGSE Network. Two birds, one show.
Real quick too, before the end, just want a quick shout out to my buddy. He does probably the best morning sports talk shows in the Philadelphia area. It's Phil Stifle on Trending in the AM. Check it out, man. His YouTube station is on Facebook. Dude, it's a great way to start your morning and listen to local sports and get the vibe of the city. So check them out. Just want to give a shout out. Much respect.
Nice. Everybody out there, have a good night. See y'all.
Peace.
Peace.